Alright guys, so these are probably the trickiest problems you'll see on this quiz or test or whatever. So let's take a look at it. Okay, you have your 3 points again. Okay, so let's just name this A, B, and C. Okay, so let's just say from A to B is 3, and from B to C is 5x, and then the whole thing, which I'm going to make red so you can, this whole thing is 10x plus 10. Okay? So what you should always do is set up the formula. The formula, always, it's never going to change, is this baby side equals the big side. So basically, the two babies equals the mommy. Okay? So let's just write down what we know. Do we know what AB is? Yeah. It's 3. Do we know what BC is? Yeah. 5x. Do we know what the whole thing is? A to C? Yeah, they give it to us. It's 10x plus 10. Okay? So always, you set it up by the two babies. Do we know what their first baby is? Yeah. 3 plus, because this is a plus, not a negative. The other baby half, this side, 5x equals the mommy, the big side. I'm going to erase this so we can have space. X plus 10. And that's how you set it up. Now the first thing you should do is ask yourself, we want to get the x by itself, but there's a problem. There's 2 x's, so we should focus on letting one of them go on the other side. So which one is bigger, the 10 or the 5? The 10 is bigger, so we want to move this 5 on the other side. How do we do that? We look at what it is. It's a plus, so the opposite of a plus is a minus, 5x. So that cancels out. Everything we do on one side of the equal, we got to do on the other side. Think of the equal sign as a mirror. Anything we did on this side, we have to do on this side. So we said minus 5x on this side. We got to say 5 minus x on that side. So what's 10 minus 5? 5. The x drops, and everything else drops. There's nothing over here, so it's going to drop. Plus 10 equals 3. We wouldn't put the 5x because that disappeared. So we're almost done. Now, there's this 10 over here. We got to move it on the other side. So again, this is a plus, so the opposite of a plus is a minus. And what is it that we're trying to get on the other side? A 10. So that cancels out because 10 minus 10 is 0. And again, this is a mirror. Whatever we do on that side, we got to do on the other. So 3 minus 10 is negative 7. Think of it like this. If you have $3 and you spend $10, you don't have the $10. You don't have the 10. So you have to borrow 7 from your parents or your neighbor. Okay? And then this is nothing over here, so it drops. Equals 5x. Okay? So now these are next to each other. Anytime there's something next to each other, it's a multiply. So the opposite of multiply is divide. And what are we dividing it by? 5. This cancels out. Whatever we do on one side of the equal, we got to do on the other. By 5. Okay? And so I'm going to look this up real quick. 7 divided by 5. Is 1.4. Don't forget the negative. Negative 1.4. Is x by itself? It sure is. There's nothing next to it. X equals negative 1.4. So we're going to do another example of this because there are some many steps to this. But this is just example number 1.